You say you're lost, but lost people, they're still moving, they're searching, they're asking for directions, they're knocking on doors, even the wrong ones. You've been standing still at the same intersection, staring at every possible road like it's going to introduce itself to you. You keep waiting for clarity, for a sign, for a feeling, for certainty. But clarity doesn't visit people who refuse to move. So let me say something that might sting. You're not lost. You're just avoiding making a decision. My name is Grandpa T, and I've watched people spend years, sometimes decades, convincing themselves they're confused, when in reality, they're just afraid to choose. Not because they're weak, not because they lack intelligence, but because choosing means responsibility, and responsibility means you can no longer blame life for where you end up. Today, I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to wake something up inside you. Because if you don't decide where your life is going, life will decide for you. And trust me, you're not going to like being in the back seat of your own life. There's a dangerous kind of trap that doesn't look like a trap. It looks like patience. It feels like caution. It disguises itself as waiting for the right time. But it's not patience. It's paralysis. Imagine standing in front of 10 doors. Each one leads to a different version of your life, a different future, a different you. And instead of choosing one, you sit down, you analyze, you overthink, you replay every possible outcome in your mind. What if I fail? What if I regret it? What if there's a better door? So you wait. But here's what no one tells you. While you're sitting there, those doors don't stay open forever. Some of them quietly close. Opportunities don't always leave loudly. Most of them leave without a sound. And by the time you finally decide to stand up, you're not choosing between 10 doors anymore. You're choosing between what's left. Let's be honest with each other. You don't lack direction. You lack the courage to commit to one. Because the moment you decide, you expose yourself to risk. Failure becomes possible. Judgment becomes real. Regret becomes something you might have to face. So your mind does something clever. It tells you, you're just not ready yet. You need more time. You need more clarity. But that's not wisdom. That's fear, wearing a mask. And fear is patient. It will sit with you for years if you let it. It will help you build a comfortable prison made of what-ifs and some days. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to leave. Picture yourself in the middle of a wide ocean. No storms, no chaos, just still water. You're holding 2 oars. You have full control, but you hesitate. What if I row in the wrong direction? What if I waste my energy? What if there's a better route? So instead of rowing, you drift. At first it feels harmless, even peaceful, but slowly. The current begins to pull you, not violently, not dramatically, quietly. And before you realize it, you're miles away from where you intended to be. That's what happens when you don't decide. You don't stay in place. You drift into a life shaped by default, by habits, by comfort, by other people's expectations. And one day you look around and say, how did I get here? But the real question is, why didn't I row? If something in you is starting to feel uncomfortable right now, good. That discomfort means you're recognizing something real. So pause for a second. Like this video, not because it's good, but because it's honest. Subscribe if you want more truths that actually push you forward. And in the comments, write this: The decision I've been avoiding is don't overthink it. Just write it. Because sometimes seeing the truth in your own words is the first step toward changing it. Indecision doesn't stay a habit. It becomes a personality. At first it's small. You delay a choice. You avoid a risk. But over time, those small moments begin to stack. And eventually you stop seeing yourself as someone who can decide. You start saying things like, I don't know what I want. I'm just figuring things out. I'm not ready yet. But what you're really saying is, I've practiced hesitation so long, it feels like who I am. And that's dangerous. Because once indecision becomes your identity, you stop challenging it. You accept it. Let me free you from something that's been holding you hostage. There is no perfect path, no flawless decision, no guaranteed outcome. You're not choosing between right and wrong. You're choosing between different lessons. Every path will cost you something. Every choice will close certain doors. That's not a flaw in life. That's the design. You cannot live every version of your life. So stop trying to find the one decision that comes without sacrifice. It doesn't exist. Instead, choose the one that gives you growth. Because growth will look risky in a short period of time, but will be worth it over time. Here's a perspective most people overlook. Making a decision is an act of self-respect. It's you saying, my life deserves direction. Avoiding decisions, that's self-neglect. It's leaving your future unattended, like a garden you refuse to water. And over time, weeds don't ask for permission. They grow anyway. So if your life feels messy right now, it's not because you're broken. It's because you've been absent. And presence begins with a choice. You don't need a life-changing decision right now. You need a real one, something clear, something immediate. Pick a direction, any direction that moves you forward. Call the person. Start the project. Apply for the opportunity. Leave the situation you know is draining you. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence is a side effect of action, not a prerequisite. And remember this, you are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to pivot, to restart, to choose again. Life is not a single decision. It's a series of them. And mastery comes from continuing to choose, even after you've chosen wrong. Most people want a map, something detailed, something certain, something that guarantees they won't get lost. But life doesn't give you a map. It gives you a compass. And a compass doesn't tell you everything. It just points you in a direction. That's all you need. Because clarity doesn't come before movement. It comes because of it. Every step you take sharpens your understanding. Every decision refines your sense of direction until one day you're no longer asking, where should I go? You're saying, I know exactly where I'm heading. One day you will look back at this version of yourself, the one who felt stuck, the one who felt unsure, the one who thought they were lost. And you'll realize something powerful. You were never lost. You were just waiting. Waiting for permission. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for the fear to disappear. But the moment everything changed was the moment you stopped waiting and started deciding. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for life to push you. Take the wheel. Choose a direction and move. Because at the end of it all, the greatest regret isn't choosing wrong. It's never choosing at all.